You're probably doing what you were told was smart with money. You save what's left at the end of the month. You avoid unnecessary risks. You keep your cash somewhere safe, untouched, waiting. That feels responsible. That feels mature. That feels like the right move. But here's the uncomfortable part. There is a financial habit that looks smart, sounds smart, and is praised everywhere. And it's quietly working against you every single year. The reason it's so dangerous is simple. It doesn't feel dangerous at all. There's no alarm, no sudden loss, no dramatic moment where everything collapses. Your money is still there. The number doesn't go down. And that calm is exactly what keeps people stuck. For decades, this habit actually worked. In past crises, holding cash meant survival. People who waited were rewarded. That memory is deeply wired into how we think about safety. But the system that rewarded patience no longer exists. It didn't change overnight. There was no announcement, no vote, no clear moment where the rules flipped. They changed slowly, quietly, while most people were busy doing everything right. Here's the part most people miss. Money that sits still isn't resting. It's shrinking. Not in a way you can easily see. In a way you only notice later, when the same effort buys less than it used to. And because the loss is gradual, your brain accepts it. Humans panic at sudden pain. We adapt to slow erosion. So people wait. They wait for prices to come down. They wait for the perfect opportunity. They wait for a crash that justifies action. Waiting feels smart. Waiting feels cautious. But in the current system, waiting isn't neutral. Waiting is a position, and often it's the weakest one. You look around and see everything getting more expensive. Rent, food, assets. It feels like the world is inflating. But that's only half the story. The harder truth is this. Things didn't become more valuable. Money became less valuable. When the measuring stick shrinks, everything measured with it looks bigger. And the system quietly depends on this confusion. As long as your balance doesn't drop, you feel safe. But safety isn't about the number you see. It's about what that number can actually do for you in the real world. And that ability is slowly slipping away. This is where most people get it wrong. They believe risk only exists in action. Investing feels risky. Changing strategy feels risky. Doing something feels dangerous. Doing nothing feels responsible. But today, standing still carries risk too. A silent one. A socially accepted one. That's why you see behavior that looks strange at first. People buying assets that don't seem logical. Scarce items, collectibles, anything that can't be endlessly created. This isn't madness. It's adaptation. When trust in money weakens, scarcity becomes protection. The real danger isn't a sudden crash. It's slow normalization. The system doesn't need to scare you anymore. It just needs you comfortable. Comfortable enough to keep following old rules while new ones quietly drain value. And the worst part? There's no dramatic day when this becomes obvious. No single moment where you suddenly realize what happened. One day, you just notice your effort doesn't stretch as far as it used to, and reacting feels harder than it should. So what's the lesson here? It's not to panic. It's not to chase hype. It's not to abandon discipline. It's to understand that safe doesn't mean what it used to mean. Protecting your money today requires awareness, not just patience. Because doing nothing is still a decision, and sometimes it's the most expensive one. If this made you rethink what financial safety really means, write one word in the comments. Safe or risky. Subscribe if you want to understand how money actually behaves in the modern system. And leave a like if you believe clarity is more valuable than comfort, because the quiet mistakes are the ones that cost the most.